Good evening and welcome to State of Business on our television. I'm Nadun Sirivardhana. Let's have a look at the headlines. President moves to strengthen Sri Lanka-EU ties. China looks to invest more in Sri Lanka. News in detail. Foreign Minister of Poland Radosław Sikorski met with President Anurukumara Dissanayake to enhance cooperation between Sri Lanka and the European Union. The discussions were held at the Presidential Secretariat recently. President Dissanayake highlighted the critical role of EU support in addressing global economic challenges. He also emphasized the need for broader collaboration to counter emerging pressures from new US tariffs and fiscal constraints imposed by the IMF. Minister Sikorski reaffirmed Poland's commitment to strengthening historic ties, recalling decades of economic and development cooperation. The meeting was attended by key officials including EU Ambassador Carmen Moreno and senior representatives from Sri Lanka's government. President Anurukumara Dissanayake visited the 20th Build SL Housing and Construction International Exhibition during the weekend. This event, organised by the Chamber of Construction Industry of Sri Lanka, was held at the Sirimao Bandaranayake Memorial Exhibition Centre recently. Featuring nearly 280 stalls, the exhibition highlights eco-friendly materials and cutting-edge technologies, attracting over 30,000 attendees. The President toured the stalls, interacting with exhibitors and attendees while also awarding tokens of appreciation to the event sponsors. Officials from the Ministry of Urban Development and leading industry figures, including Chamber Chairman Jayantha Pereira, were present at the event.
Over the past 2 decades, Build Sri Lanka has become much more than an exhibition. It is evolved into powerful platform for dialogue, partnerships and progress. And we have heard in the speech that in this year there is a clear increase of sponsors and exhibitors. So that's a kind of sign that industry construction field is moving forward. It brings together not only the best minds and businesses from Sri Lanka, but also an ever-growing network of international stakeholders, creating a collaborative ecosystem focused on sustainable development.
Chinese Minister of Commerce Wang Wentao highlighted the interest of Chinese investors in Sri Lanka during a meeting with President Anurukumara Dissanayake at the Presidential Secretariat recently. The Chinese Commerce Minister credited the nation's current political stability and transparent policy framework under President Disanayake's leadership. The minister emphasized the importance of this visit, accompanied by over 100 Chinese investors, as a testament to China's commitment to strengthening bilateral ties with Sri Lanka. The discussions focused on advancing mutual trade and economic goals, completing ongoing development projects, and implementing new initiatives. Minister Wang also reaffirmed China's support for Sri Lanka during this challenging global economic period. Prominent figures from both countries, including Chinese Ambassador Q Shengshong and Sri Lanka Trade Minister Vasantha Samarasinghe, participated in the high-level meeting. Stay tuned, we will return after this commercial break. Welcome back. The Sri Lanka-China Trade and Investment Forum 2025 opened a new chapter in bilateral economic collaboration, bringing together leading enterprises from both nations. The event held at a hotel in Colombo last week with the participation of 115 representatives from 77 leading Chinese enterprises. Co-hosted by the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce and major trade organizations from both countries, the event emphasized strengthening trade and investment ties. Speaking at the inauguration, Minister of Labour and Deputy Minister of Economic Development Dr. Anil Jayantha Fernando highlighted the historical and economic ties between the two nations. During his speech, Chinese Minister of Commerce Wang Wentao pledged China's support for Sri Lanka's development. The event also featured discussions on partnerships in sectors like renewable energy, construction, and tea plantation development. Chinese electric vehicle giant BYD has announced plans to introduce Denza, its premium luxury brand, into the Sri Lankan market through local distributor John Keel CG Auto. The development was unveiled at a press conference held in Colombo recently. The press conference marked the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the BID and John Keel CG Auto, the company's official local distributor. The agreement sets the stage for Denza's entry into Sri Lanka, signaling the next phase in the BYD's expansion in the country's electric vehicle sector. The lineup includes cutting-edge models like the D9, N7, Z9 and Z9 GT, offering Sri Lankan consumers a seamless blend of innovation, design and performance. Further, new showrooms are set to open in Ampara and Ratnapura, adding to existing outlets in Colombo, Galle, Kandy and Kurunegala. Meanwhile, after-sales service centres are also scaling up in key districts to ensure nationwide customer support.
We are very committed to the best after-sales service, maintenance service. The BYD team is working with the John Keel CG team to train our teams so that we can provide the best possible service to our customers. We have showrooms now in 4 locations, Kurunegala, Galle, Kandy and of course in Colombo, and we will be opening showrooms at least in 2 more locations quite soon. The charging stations are getting rolled out across Keel supermarkets, but also there are independent parties rolling charging stations around the country. But you know, the technology has improved so much that it's not really, in a smaller country like this, it's not such a critical matter because you can travel at least 450 kilometers with just one charge. So I think you can cover most of Sri Lanka with one charge without really worrying about finding a charging station.
Now, in commemoration of World Environment Day, the Clean Sri Lanka initiative launched a canal cleaning program in Colombo and the surrounding areas. The program, inaugurated by Minister of Urban Development Anura Karunatilaka, began at the Polduva Canal near Setsiripaya. The program aims to clean and maintain urban waterways while promoting sustainability. Under the leadership of the Sri Lanka Land Development Corporation, key canals such as Serpentine, Sebastian, Mawatagama and Dematagoda are prioritized for ongoing cleaning and preservation efforts. This initiative aligns with the broader goals of the Clean Sri Lanka program, focusing on water quality protection and flood control. Notable attendees at the launch included officials from the Ministry of Urban Development and the Clean Sri Lanka Secretariat. Stay tuned for the stock update. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on positive notes today.
The all-share price index gained by 125.03 to close at 16,979.89. The S&P SL20 gained by 53.35 to close at 5,034.92. The turnover was over 5.8 billion rupees and over 363 million shares were traded.
Up next are Forex rates. That's all our news for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Take care and good night.